What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got behind me right now. I was gonna record more videos here, but my phone decided to take forever to charge, and decided after two videos of recording that it's time to be on 20%. But yeah, it's funny. Behind me we got, I forgot what to call them. I don't know if they're Jehovah's Witness or not, but people talking about, saying gospel. I don't know what they call it, sector. I don't know what they're preaching specifically. But yeah, I remember when we used to always see that, or when you would see it and it wasn't hypocritical. But you can text and drive. No, I don't text and drive. Number one, we got schools. Nowadays, number one, what we're learning in schools is now either subjective or sometimes just incorrect. Now you can take that how you want it, and also you can take it as, I just found out some things about history that, had I not heard a certain thing in school, well, I think they still teach it, but I wouldn't doubt that in a couple years that they take it out the curriculum. But if I didn't hear about a certain fact, then when I was getting this correct information with multiple credible sources, that if I didn't hear, you can't really talk about it, but if I didn't hear about this one fact about a certain topic, and when I was getting the real events, I wouldn't have believed it. But the only reason I was like, let me give this a chance, is because I heard this certain fact in school. So that's number one when it comes to schools. But also, y'all see what's going on with all these teachers having these pride flags and what's your preferred pronouns and this. Now listen, I have a video. I don't know if I'm going to mention this in another video. If not, I'm going to make it a video separately talking about basically you make someone else your enemy. But when it comes to the whole, Transformers situation, not the movies, if we on YouTube, man. But before, it just, like, it was never really like a mainstream thing. Like, they used to on the hub, they used to say shemale, bro. Like, we we used to be joking about that in school, ironically enough. But now, like, it's like I don't want to say a real thing, but let's just say a real phenomenon. Let's just state it as that. Now that everyone's talking about it. So my first experience with it was, I had an ex, and before we were together, when we were first meeting, we were talking about dating apps, and I said, I don't really have a problem, even to this day. Like, if someone chooses to transition, that's them, that's their life. Their life doesn't affect me. I didn't have a problem, and I still don't have a problem. And so I was like, I feel like they should have like another thing, like where it says, I'm this and I'm interested in this. Where should be, trans women. She proceeds to tell me that's discrimination and that's transphobic. I was like, what? I was like, no, I'm like, that's not what I'm attracted to. Like, let's keep it a stack. I want a real woman. Simple. We gotta. No, let's just be for real, bro. She was like, a lot of black. Meanwhile, this bitch was black, but since she was not from the U.S., he wants to not claim it and wants to. I'm from France. No, bitch. You're from Haiti. Your country was colonized by France. There's a difference. Anyways, she was like, a lot of black people have, internalized transphobia. I was like, no, I just don't want to have continuously. Like, sometimes it depends what I'm on the app for. Like, if I'm just on Tinder and I don't really care, I'm gonna swipe right going crazy and then I'm gonna make my decision. But there'll be times when, like, and meanwhile, I was saying this in the whole conversation when, like, I would put interested in women, it will show a man, it will say man, and all right, it will show a man's name, it will show a man's face, not a transformer, and show man in the description. And I was like, why is this on there? And at the same time, then it will show trans women, and so it was like I was getting maybe 5 to 10% actual men and like 20% to 25% trans women, and then the rest women. So I was just saying, like, they should make another category. Now I know I don't know if it was a glitch while I was seeing actual men on my thing, on my feed. But, I just wanted to see just women. A lot of black people have internalized transphobia. So that was towards when it was starting to be, a topic point. Now every day everyone's talking about it, and now you have to go on with this delusion. Now look, the second thing, I think this was before. This was with Caitlyn Jenner. Granted, I didn't really know. I don't know personally, but I didn't really know who Bruce Jenner was before. But when the whole transition thing happened, I was just joking around like, I'm gonna still say Bruce Jenner. Now, I'm gonna be honest. If it's IRL and I got a bro and I know bro for 6 years, and let's say bro's name is like Bob, and then bro transition and says Barbara, I'm not intentionally saying Bob. I know you for 6 years, so I'm calling you Bob. Like, let's say for me, my legal government, within this next year, I'm changing my legal government name. But if someone uses my old name, it's not a big deal to me because they knew me with that name. Now I'll say, like, if we're going to do a video together, don't call me that. Like, I don't want people to know that name. But I'm not gonna be delusional about it. Like, they didn't know who I was before then. So that was just that little situation. And obviously I was joking. I still to this day personally don't know Bruce/Caitlyn Jenner, so I can't really say, oh, hey, I'm gonna call you this. I don't know you. You don't know me. Nowadays, you gotta, oh, this person wore a pink shirt once, and so now you have to call him her, and they them. Oh my God. And then now, like, even if we didn't want to say that was stupidity, now we have to zit, like, and it's like, bro, are y'all trolling? Like, this cannot be serious. And now we gotta have that in school, and it's just ridiculous. Now listen, me, and this is why I say that we're doomed. Me, I already made the decision before all of this was in their little agenda. I already made the decision. I'm not having kids until I got money. Simple. Like, if push comes to shove and I need to physically be there for my kid, I don't want to be like, oh, I can't be there because, I'm working. Now, obviously, there will be times when, like, I can't be there all the time. But I'm saying, like, where I can't ever show up to a game. I may not show up to every game, but because I'm out working, but where I can't ever show up to a game. And then also, we're struggling, we're in the trenches, and they don't got anything. So, but let's say that I did. I would never want to put them in public school because of what the environment that you got them going in. Looking at parents like, why else would you think that parents are pissed? Let's just be for real, bro. And so all right, so we got certain things that's, either not credible or inaccurate when it comes to what they're learning, or certain agendas. I guess you could kind of mix those together. And then we just got kids as being bad as fuck in general. You got a whole bunch of teachers quitting and being mad or like upset about how students are. Parents don't raise their kids anymore. That's another thing. Let's say, God forbid, I have children with a woman and she's not able to be there for the children. I'm gonna have to be there. Or someone has to be there. Like nowadays, it's like, the parents are, like, I heard this thing, I forgot. I heard it like yesterday or the day before, and it was like, besides like, or I don't even know if they included this. I think it was besides like bathing and stuff like that and eating, that parents only spend 45 minutes a day with their kids. That shit is crazy, bro. So, and then also, now, if you spank your kids, it's child abuse. Now, a lot of people were kind of like growing up, I would never spank my kids, and then they grow up and then they spank their kids. I was never really like that. I was kind of like, I will try to not spank them. And even then, I'm not even trying to like say, oh, spank the kids, but I'm saying like, any form of thing that is something physical is considered child abuse. Now I knew girls growing up where if they got in trouble, like their moms literally said, drop your bag and throw the hands. That, you don't need to be fist fighting your kids. Or when you get like if you beat them with like crazy things, crazy objects. But like a belt to the butt, come on, bro. They're gonna cry for that little bit and they're gonna learn the lesson. There's different levels to lessons. And the one usually for physical, it usually deals with disrespect. Now that's why I was saying, like, I don't really think about like spanking, but like if someone's like grab their arm, like you don't need to like, I mean obviously like certain things they don't understand, but I'm saying like if this is like clear as day, I've told you this before, or that was extremely disrespectful, there's no excuse for it. Like if a child says to like another adult in front of you, shut up stupid bitch, like, yo, what are you doing? Don't ever apologize, don't ever do that. You don't gotta go crazy, but like spankings fix disrespect. And so when you don't do that, they're gonna go to the schools. be disrespectful. Teachers can't do anything. I'm gonna tell the parents. The parents aren't gonna do anything. They got if they even if they wanted to spank them, child abuse. Then they grow up, get into fights. Oh, suspended from school. Tell the parents. Sometimes they don't got a father there. Like when they're in high school, if a teenage boy is in high school, what the mom gonna do? I'm too big for you to handle me now. So if the father's not there, or if the father even does something at this point, he actually has to use more strength, and that's child abuse. Let me give you an example. Matter of fact, let's go back to that. Let's just put a pin in that. So we got schools. Next we got churches. So I was talking about when I just left the park. You got churches putting up pride flags. We're not even talking about Christianity in general, but like, I would just hear a whole bunch of Christians and say, I'm Christian. I'm not gonna say I would never say that I will be for a certain religion, but like, if I say I'm this religion, I'm this religion. Now I may make mistakes here and there, but like, if my religion says, let's say, okay, we're talking about Islam. If my religion says don't eat pork, I'm not eating pork. Now if like I accidentally eat pork, like if someone gives me something I ate it, they're like, oh, that's pork, and okay, yeah, that wasn't my fault. Or I don't know, if we're in some survival situation and that was the only thing I could eat, everything else was poison, and that was the only thing okay. But like, in normal situations, I'm gonna stick by that rule. But a lot of Christians don't do that. But that's besides the point. I seen this video, and this guy was like, he was asking a priest or pastor or whatever, and like had the little thing, and it was Pride Month, and so it was all rainbowed down, and so he had quoted a verse. She said, I don't want to talk about that. In the eyes of the Lord, I don't want to say like a 9-to-5 job, but like, in the eyes of the Lord, that is your job, to speak the gospel. I don't want to talk about that, because you see the hypocrisy. Now me, like, we're not even gonna get into like me just believing like, if you're gay or straight, like, if you're a good person, God's gonna reward you in the end, in my point of view. But to be a preacher or whatever that woman was, and not talk about the gospel because you see the hypocrisy with you and got the rainbow flags everywhere. No. All right, what else? And then speaking of, all right, so we got videos of people who can't listen to someone who disagrees. And then that could kind of fit into the last point, which is a huge divide. There's a divide between people. But basically, I said in another video, I don't know if it's before or after this one, but I said one thing that makes me, enrages me is stupidity. Not like I want to hit you because you're stupid, but like stupidity of like, how are you functioning like this? How do you think? How can you not comprehend this thing? What made me, all right, there's two videos that made me think about this topic. One video, I don't remember what it was, but there's a woman and she was saying, oh, there's a student who burnt down blah blah blah, and then a girl in the crowd was like laughing or said something, and then the woman on the stage said, oh, you think that's funny or something like that? She was like, I think people can do whatever the fuck they want to. Bro, And so she was trying to, like, the woman on stage was trying to be like, but this is that, and don't you think blah blah blah. She just kept saying, I think people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Just like that. I'm not even exaggerating. The head twisted, people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's on one of these videos. So you'll see her face, and she looks like maybe like Hispanic, or I don't remember. But it's a thumbnail of this video or another video. I think it's this one. Then another one is talking about abortion. Now I'm gonna be talking about a video. I know it's after this one. I know it's not before. And it's talking about overcorrecting. The reason I thought about it is because my stance on it at first was now at first I was just like pro-choice by like default, but I was just thinking of certain situations where it's grape or essay, or like it wasn't a consensual thing. Okay, cool. But then I think about when it came to the overcorrecting. I'm gonna talk about that in that video in more detail. If someone like makes an accusation so they can get rid of the baby, and then now that guy is fucked, literally. But I tried not to make that joke, but I had to. But so that was my stance in it. It was kind of pro-choice by default. Because hold on, how the fuck did you just tell me my stuff is going down, but I'm charging right now? Bars. But then it went to a pro-life thing, cause like I always had the when it comes to certain things like murder and like non-consensual things and stuff like that, I think there should be some sort of crucial consequences, but I'm always the view that all life is precious. And so there's a video, or there's this channel, and there's people, they'll have the sign, I think it's like abolitionists, what is it? It's rising abolish. It's something. Just take those two words and make different variations of it, and you'll find it eventually. But they'll have a sign, and basically it'll be talking about like it'll be a pro-life thing, and there'll be people, you're fucking disgusting, you don't get a say, and blah blah blah. Oh, so I don't want to talk about it. Or videos. I have a video before after this where I say people aren't heroes. In that video, I'm going to be discussing Andrew Tate. People be in the videos will be like, what do you think about Andrew Tate? He's at that blah blah blah. Or, wow, you before they even say anything, you like him? You fucking make me sick. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to talk. Listen, if you get in there and you discuss blah blah blah, even if I don't agree with you, I personally think you're wrong, but you sat here, understood what I said, articulated some sort of response, whether it be intelligent or not. Okay, cool. And that's like the bare minimum. Nowadays, I don't want to talk about it. Like, you can't think, it goes back to the stupidity. You can't think that much where you can give some sort of response, whether you agree or disagree. Now, back to the spanking of the kids things. Now, so basically, this is a example in real time. I'm not gonna try to be too detailed, but I'm gonna give you enough to just see how actions have consequences. someone someone in my family. We'll see some disrespectful things, and then we'll either like physically or like obviously, you siblings fight or cousins fight or whatever family dynamics they fight. Me, I didn't really fight, just one little hit and that's all it took. And oh, don't hit my child. I'm not hitting your child to hurt them. I'm hitting them to stop their situation, or maybe even defending myself. I'm not even going to talk about the ridiculous situations when it came to like, I'll give you one example. I'm helping someone who's in need where like they have equipment hooked up to their body, and you mess around and that comes out, like that's a bad situation. I'm trying to help them and you're mad at the game, and and you start hitting me while I'm trying to help you, and I hit you one time, you start crying, chase me up the stairs, and then I close the door. I just hear doom 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 doom, like I hear you stop at the stairs, do 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 doom. Then you tell, why did you throw my child down the stairs? I hit the nigga, I ran upstairs, and then I closed the door and heard doom 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 doom. That was just one situation. Multiple situations happen like that. When your kid says, I'm her daddy, to your own mother, oh hey, so we can't reprimand them. You can see the disrespect coming from all the way. Me and my brother said, hey, this is not going to end well, like if we don't nip this in the bud right here, right now. So then we get 10 years later, or however many years later, I'm just seeing a whole bunch of like, if you want to imagine IShowSpeed, IRL, I don't know if he acts like that IRL. Imagine that IRL, more disrespectful, same energy, but like times where you see Speed like, oh bro, don't feel like that, like, and he's being legit, like someone's like feeling some type of way. Take that away, and then times it by 2 or 5 or however much, and that's how he was. So then you just see the disrespect, hear the loud screaming, another game. Man, I take your dead grandma in her grave and slap a nigga. What the fuck? And it's not even like it's funny. Or, your dead grandma smoked cigarettes. What? Who? What joke is that? Now those were just like the jokes. Now the disrespectful shit was different. I see all these little physical situations. Hey, like we said, someone's going to really show them what the disrespect gets you. Had a whole situation where if I wasn't there, it could have been a bad day. I literally sat up but couldn't go to sleep. I was shaking because I was like, bro, if I wasn't here, how have that shit would have like turned out? So then now it's like we're keeping you at arm's length. You're chilling with someone, and now a physical altercation happens where you could have died. And now you're partially paralyzed. If the spankings would have came, or even if those are like like parents or uncle or aunt or grandparents are like, that's the first thing. Siblings are the second thing that's gonna help you. Then after that, you're gonna have like friends who are gonna like tell you like, bro, you need to cut this shit out. And then after that, and then even friends, that's like, they don't really owe you anything. Then after that, you're gonna get fucked. You're going to get fucked up. And that happened in that situation. So yeah. Those are just some of the things that's just wrong with the West in general right now. We got, and we're just talking about these couple topics. We could talk about a whole bunch of things in general. We could talk about women becoming more masculine, men becoming more feminine. People aren't exempt for a good minute. And there's a time where I said this without even having to like be like, oh, but blah 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 blah. But Machine Gun Kelly was my guy. There's maybe like a year, but that you when it was wearing feminine clothes, but then you went back to okay, bet. Then when you did pop rock, now you're painting your nails and this that. I can't get behind that. Pause. Got Drake painting his nails. Like, bro, what are you doing, my nigga? But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below if there's any like video topics you want me to discuss. Right now I got like maybe like 7 more topics that I got written down and maybe like 5 more in my head. And I'll probably do those like 7 that I said that I got written down left. I'll probably do those and then I'll start uploading these videos. But yeah, thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one.